All right. A lot of times what can happen in these problems is kids get confused by what they need to distribute. Sometimes they'll combine things when they should only distribute part of it. It's just confusing. So the first thing you want to find out, is there a number in front of the parentheses? If the answer there is no, then the next thing you want to ask is there a negative or a minus sign in front of the parentheses? If the answer is no, then there's nothing to distribute and we just drop the parentheses. If there is a minus in front of the parentheses, then what we're going to do is distribute the negative by multiplying everything by 1. So if our answer to this first question, is there a number in front of the parentheses, is yes, then we need to then ask, is there a negative in front of that number? If the answer there is yes, then we distribute the negative number, meaning we multiply everything in that by a negative number. If the answer is no, we distribute the positive number. So these are our 4 different possible outcomes: distributing a negative number, a positive number, nothing to distribute, we drop those parentheses, or distributing simply a -1 because there is a negative in front of our parentheses. So we're going to do some examples here. We might switch back and forth. So the first one, we need to ask our question here. We have 3 plus 4x plus 1. So in front of our parentheses, we have a plus sign. So if I jump back here, is there a number in front of the parentheses? No. Is there a negative in front of the parentheses? Our answer is no. And so we're going to not distribute anything. We're just going to drop these parentheses. So this can just as easily be written as 3 plus 4x plus 1. We combine our like terms, 3 and 1. So we have 4 plus 4x. And there's our answer. On the next one, 5 plus 2 times quantity 3x minus 4. I jump back here to the our flowchart. Is there a number in front of the parentheses? Our answer is yes. Is there a negative in front of that number? The answer is no. So we're going to distribute the positive number 2. What I want to point out here is in our order of operations, we always multiply before we add. So we're not going to add 5 and 2. 5 is all on its own. We are going to drop it down, and that's all that's going to happen with the 5 until later. So I'm going to first just distribute this 2. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times -4 is -8. And I'm going to drop down this 5 plus. So then I have 5 plus 6x minus 8. I am going to combine my like terms, 5 and -8, to get -3. Then I'm going to drop down the plus 6x. And that's my answer on that one. This next one, 7 minus 2 parentheses x plus 3. Is there a number in front of the parentheses? Yes, there is. Is there a negative in front of the number? Let's double check there. Oh, whoops, I'm on the wrong screen. Sorry. So we've got a negative in front of that number as well. So what we're looking at here is, yes, we have a negative in front of the number, so we're going to distribute that negative number. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop this 7 down. We're going to distribute -2. -2 times x. Remember, that's the same as 1x, so -2 times 1 is just -2. So it'd be -2x. -2 times 3 is -6. So I have 7, either plus -2x, or we can just write minus 2x, minus 6. Combine 7 and -6 to get a 1, and then drop down the -2x. One thing I want to note is when we're distributing we're multiplying because this is being multiplied by this quantity. This is being multiplied by this quantity. Once we multiply it out, we are adding all of these terms. There's a video in the formative about distribution and why that works. So I would refer to that if that's confusing for you. But once you get to this step, when you've multiplied everything out, you're just going to combine like terms. You're adding or subtracting at this point. So we added 7 plus negative 6 to get 1, same as 7 minus 6, and then drop down our negative 2x because we can't combine it with anything. On this last one, 8 minus 3x plus 5. So let's hop back over to our flowchart. Is there a number in front of the parentheses? No, there is not. Is there a negative or a minus sign in front of the parentheses? Yes, there is. So what we're going to do is distribute the negative by multiplying everything by negative 1. So if I hop back over to my expression here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write a 1 here. This is negative 1. So we're going to take that negative 1, multiply it by 3x. That's going to give me negative 3x. Negative 1 times a positive 5 is negative 5. I'm going to drop down that 8 because it's outside of that, and then just combine my like terms. 8 plus negative 5, or 8 minus 5 is 3. Drop down that minus 3x, and there's my final answer. So I hope that helps, and I hope you have a good day.